mindset component with one of our OGs, our original sister, Janice Vanderwood. And Janice is a human potential coach and holistic mind food nutritionist. I can't say enough about Janice's expertise and approach. I personally have learned so much through my work with Janice. I have goosebumps to say that. And to be quite honest, I don't think this sisterhood could have been possible without the foundational work that I have done with Janice over the past 2 to 3 years. I think it is now, right, Janice?
Yeah.
I think so. Wow, time flies. And it all started with cold plunging, actually. So we'll share more about that. But today, Janice will ignite our inner glow through a discussion on choosing courage over comfort. We'll learn how to step courageously forward, have the tough conversations, and allow our full selves to be seen and heard so that we can wake up in the morning and say, I am more than enough. Take it away, Janice.
Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to be back after a little hiatus. And thank you so much for all of your well wishes. My dad passed away unexpectedly on April 30th and off and did what I needed to do. And it's really nice to talk agendas and purpose. And we all know it's really crucial to have a purpose and an agenda for ourselves. It's part of our integral well-being. It really is. But the question that arises with me is, can we be with ourselves and others without an agenda? That's the question. It's when we think about not having any kind of agenda or purpose, which I think a lot of us are feeling in the moment right now, that you know, we might be feeling a little bit untethered, and you know, some of our work has been halted and other things, and that feeling can be very uncomfortable. But when we don't allow it, it doesn't give us space to see what we're feeling and what we want. So it can leave us feeling, when we're not doing anything, sometimes we can feel that we're not enough. Right? And we are constantly filling ourselves, filling our time with, you know, all sorts of things and all sorts of great things and tools like meditation and mindfulness, all the things, Lisa, that you just mentioned. You know, there's so many more modalities out there that we can certainly fill our times with, and they're amazing tools. But you know, where is the space in that to actually let what we feel and what we want come up, right? And I really had the opportunity as of April 30th, when my dad suddenly passed, you know, all of the tools that I relied on, I didn't want to do. It was really interesting for me. It was like, well, where's my meditation? Or maybe I should, there's that word should, maybe I should exercise, you know, and you know, or eating well, or any of these things, any of these tools that brought me to the moment of this very moment, you know. But what did I actually want to do? I really wanted to connect. I wanted to connect with family and friends, and I allowed myself to really grieve and really feel sad. And, you know, and I believe because of that, I'm speaking with you today. I'm able to, because I allowed myself to feel that pain. And it's a scary thing to not be filling our time with things. It really is. It's an uncomfortable feeling, but it's a comfort zone for a lot of us, right? We're in a comfort zone of doing, and that will lessen any kind of, or numb or dull any kind of pain to infinite possibility to ourselves. There really is no shortcut between feeling and healing. You have to feel, then you can deal, and only then can you heal. And when you heal, there's infinite possibility for you, but there is no shortcut. And, you know, you can't eternally be sad unless you never feel it. You can't eternally be angry, whatever word you want to use, and unless you never feel it. And so we all seem to be, a lot of us are really afraid. And because of that, we're not really feeling our true potential. And all of these things are great. All of these tools are amazing, that the mindfulness and meditation and all of it. But what problem are we actually trying to solve with these tools? I always wanted to get a step deeper than that. I remember when my mom passed away in 2007, and I was certainly not in a place where I was now. With the death of my father, those actual tools, I started all those tools right after my mom died, and it brought me to where I am now, where there was, I needed those tools. They really, they brought me comfort, and they gave me strength, as just as Lisa said. And this time, this go around, I really allowed myself to feel, and I truly believe I'm on a great path to healing, as are all of you. But it does really take courage, and not to be in our comfort zone is courage. So let yourself feel. It's so important. We really don't, we give so much credence, we give so much, how do you want to say it? We like to do, right? And that's so separated. But maybe the not doing and not having an agenda for yourself and for others, when you're with your kids or your partner or your family, how often do we have an agenda for them? And how good would it feel to have no agenda, no expectations when you're with them? There's so much less pain and suffering. And so I want to get to what is the problem that we're trying to solve with all of these modalities and all of these tools. And when we don't have an agenda, we can create the space. And there is an exercise that, I'd like to really, like, ideally, it would be about 5 minutes, but I know we don't have that kind of time. So what I'd like to do is dedicate 2 minutes to not having any kind of agenda. So I want you to sit still for 5 minutes. There's nothing to do. You don't have to close your eyes. This is not a meditation. I'm going to, Tara, do you have a little timer? Yeah, okay. So I want you to slow down, sit still, sit comfortably. This exercise will calm down the body and mind so that you are able to to see where you maybe are hurting, or you are physically or mentally, anything like that. It could be missing people. It could be a busy mind. It could be overthinking. It could be, where am I abandoning myself? It could be, what do I need? Do I need some physical touch right now? Do I need some intimacy? What is the underlying emotion for all of us? And I want you to acknowledge it and welcome it. Okay, so you can turn away from your computer so you don't have to look at anybody else. And I'll do the same. For 2 minutes, you just want to sit still and just be. You can look around and you can notice things. You can notice the TV in the room if there's TV. You can notice a cup that's sitting on the counter. Somebody walking by. No agenda. No efforting, no trying anything, just being with yourself. observing any feelings that might come up. Allow them. They are welcome. When they are welcome, they will pass. What we resist will persist. Choosing awareness, not avoidance, as your approach to life. That is courage over comfort. Are we at 2 minutes?
That was
just 2 minutes? Okay, great. And I want to really finish with a quote, one of my favorite quotes, and it was at the end of Jojo Rabbit, if anybody has ever seen that. So let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror, just keep going. No feeling is final. And I believe that is truly where we want to avoid feeling those unpleasant feelings. Why? Because we feel that they'll never end, that they'll never stop. And we don't like the physical sensations that come up with those feelings. The butterflies in the stomach. I had butterflies in my stomach before speaking today. And if I had stopped myself and said, Tara, no, you know what? No, I don't want to speak today. How might I have felt if I chose avoidance? I probably would have gone to, I don't feel enough. I'm not enough, because I didn't allow myself to do that. So push through the pain, because on the other side is your life force. It's all waiting for us. And in that comfort zone, we all live there. This is not, this is part of our humanity. In our comfort zone, you drive through the pain, right? And there is your utmost potential through that. But you absolutely cannot skip that point. So feel it all, the terror and the beauty. Just keep going. No feeling is final. And that's my final thought.
That's amazing, Janice. Thank you so much. And practicing sitting through discomfort really is how you get through. And right, Lisa, I know for our yoga practice, and that's how we all met, just sitting in those uncomfortable poses. So it's such a symbol of life. And so, maybe that's a good way for you to look at it when you're going through something difficult at home or at work or in life. Just pretend it's a yoga pose and you're getting comfortable in it.
Yeah. Can I say one more? Can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
So a practice that we can all take home, and which I've been doing, is sitting for 5 minutes. Put your timer on in whatever part of day that you want, and just sit and be. And the difference between this and meditation is
there's a little pause. Sorry, I think we just had a big pause there. Did that happen on anybody else's screen?
Yeah, did you hear what I said? Did you? Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
It was a pause here at Young and Lawrence. Okay, so thank you again, Janice. And